can I say that the reason that we've moved this particular motion in the House is to recognise the invaluable contribution of carers to Irish society. And we want to acknowledge the fact that there are 500,000 carers right across this country providing vital care on a daily basis, 24 hours a day, 365 days a week. And these carers deserve recognition, not just in terms of words, but through practical support. And the introduction of a non-means tested carers allowance focus solely on care needs, not on the financial status, would help to provide that recognition to many of these carers. There is also the fact that the carers allowance means test not only puts a financial burden on carers in terms of trying to comply with the rules and regulations in relation to it, but it causes huge fear for carers in terms of the threat, the chilling effect that there is, that they may actually lose their carers allowance. Now, if someone is providing care on a 24-hour-a-day basis, 365 days a year, they should never be put in a position that they're living in dread of the review form coming through the post, the fear of the financial loss that they are so dependent on to meet their day-to-day needs, to meet the heating needs in many cases of the older person, as well as meeting many of the additional costs with caring in terms of additional transport, additional costs of attending hospital and so forth. And we should not, in Irish society, put people under that fear, under that anxiety when they are providing such a vital service. Now, I want to acknowledge that this government has done a considerable amount in terms of supporting carers, and the Joint Oireachtas Committee has worked closely with Minister Humphreys in increasing the income thresholds, in extending the supports in relation to the state contributory pension, which is all very positive. However, I want to turn to the argument that is being put forward here by the government about the potential cost of abolishing the means test for the carers allowance. Now, the Minister in his opening contribution today said conservatively his officials have predicted that it would cost €600 million. Now, Minister, I have never come across any department official coming forward with a figure conservatively, because that's not the way they work. And the reality is that we're talking about 132,000 people in receipt of the Carer Support Grant. And if you take that against the numbers that are already receiving the carers allowance, we're talking about 34,500 additional carers who will get the carers allowance. So it is not the conservative figure that the department are coming up with. The reality is it's about half that. The Parliamentary Budget Office have carried out an independent assessment of the cost of abolishing the means test for the carers allowance, and their figure is €375 million. Now, that doesn't take into account the significant administration cost involved in managing the means test at the moment. So we're actually coming to a cost closer to €300 million per annum to ensure that carers in this country that are providing full-time care do not have to worry about the fear of a means assessment in relation to the care and support that they are providing every single day of the year. Now, Minister, I accept that this can't happen overnight, but what we want to see is a commitment from government to put a roadmap in place to back the evidence that has been provided by the study from Maynooth University, and to see in the budget next week a significant increase in the means allowance that carers can have, the additional income that they can have while they're continuing to provide this care, because it's not income that they're getting. In a lot of cases, it happens to be their spouse's income, and they should not be denied this support because someone in the family goes out to work.
Thank you very much, Deputy.